All right, here I am, the little view from my room. I'll show you in a second. Had a pretty good day today. Mostly it was not discussing, it was making field trips or site trips that didn't quite pan out. Anyway, view of the hotel room. It looks pretty nice. Here, I can stick you out the window. And there's a large, yeah, you can see from here. There's a large security presence. It seems to be. No, that's the security presence is down there, and here is there's a protest. There's a trade union protest. I don't know anything about it, but it's called KESK 1995. That's what's on their little bibs. They had little bibs. You can't really see them from here, the bibs, but maybe. I don't know. It seems to be like a large gathering of people there, and then down there is the police. So, and I tried asking, but nobody speaks English, which is a main challenge. Which is why the trip to the tea souvenir shop didn't work out, because no one speaks English. It's one of the number one. It's a number one Turkish tea seller called Shai Bar, and it's very good tea. I mean, I've had it before, like here, and yeah, that was the first thing. So I went there and I asked. Actually, I went into one building and I asked on Google Translate, and he said no, that nobody speaks English. So I went around the building, and then when he wasn't looking, I went into the second building, went down the stairs, the reception, and then she said no. So then I said, okay, fine. After I went to, where did I go? I forgot. Right here. Hold on. Let me pause this a second. Right, I remember now. I went to the municipality government building here, and I wanted to know about the emblem, which I showed you yesterday. It's a tea leaf that I thought was a tea leaf. So the guy said that he'll get back to me on it, and explained it's not a tea leaf. It's a raindrop with three people inside. So, and it's like goes from small to big to small. That shows that the city works for everyone, and so that's great. And then I was walking along, and I remembered that one of my contacts here, he was talking about how Iranians still feel a sort of difficulty with Turkey because of their past. All the wars between the Ottomans and the Persians in the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th centuries. And so I went and I looked up and then he also said that there's still some animosity between Sunnis and Shias, right? So I went back and I did some research. Today was a reading day, basically, after those failed trips. I basically just relaxed and read, and I looked up and read over like a short history of the Sunni Shia split. It's been a long time since I even covered that. I think the last time I covered it seriously was when I was an undergraduate, and I did the Arab culture class, and we covered that topic. So it was like a refresher, but it helped me understand things. And then I went to get after that I went to get some dinner. I had a doner because I wasn't really hungry. I didn't want to sit down at a restaurant. I know people aren't going to be able to speak English, so I have to figure out another way to kind of gather data. But I mean, I haven't had that problem because I've been meeting with professors. Like yesterday, I spent an entire afternoon with professors of culinary arts, and they explained everything to me about. This is so nice. They explained everything I needed to know about the Turkish culinary thing, and with all the tea rituals and all that good stuff. And so that was pretty good. And the day before, I had a professor of nationalism, and the day before that, another professor of history. And so it's been or nationalist history. So it's been good. Today is the only day, like, apart from Monday that I had to myself. And so tomorrow I have to myself. On Monday I have a meeting, and on Tuesday I have another meeting. Um, so that would be wonderful. The one on Tuesday is going to be exciting because that's another culinary professor, I think. And or it's a professor interested in food, studying food. It's one of them. And Monday is a professor of politics and the Caucasus. So that will be great. And I had a little bit of an awakening today. So yesterday, or the day before, we learned about the Sever syndrome, and I realized that Sever syndrome might be able to explain something. So Sever says that you don't want to give an inch because that's a sign of weakness, and if you show any weakness, it's going to be a slippery slope. That's basically it. It comes from the Severed Treaty. So it's very possible that there's another thing in this country that I don't want to talk about just yet, that people are reluctant to do because it could be perceived as a sign of weakness. So I'm going to think about that a little bit more before I actually say it out loud, because it is a touchy subject in every way, shape, or form, and you have to handle it with the respect it deserves. So there was that. So I had a good day today. Just an overview, a very, very chill day, even though I walked about 10,000 steps. I didn't do as much walking as I usually do. But today, I have this treat. It's Tili. I don't know what this is, what flavor this is, but it looks like sumac, which is a sort of spice, but we're gonna find out what it is. Don't you love chips, potato chips, and the different flavors that you can get in different countries? Oh yeah, I went to McDonald's today, and McDonald's was, McDonald's, nothing big, but it was served with ayran, which was great. So yeah, it's like a little local thing that you can expect to find in every place. Look at that. So yeah, in India, I bet you look at that. McDonald's will be different too. I don't know what that is. Oh! It's just like in Macedonia. It's paprika, I think. Let's Google it, fellas. And everybody else. I forgot where I put my other device. Yeah. Let's do this. I love Google Translate. It's been really helpful because if I can't talk to someone, if they can't speak the language, I just write in English and it translates into Turkish, and then they read it and they go, oh, and they answered me verbally in Turkish, and I go, and so they have to type it up. So it's kind of fun. Hopefully I'm not that annoying, but I am annoying, and that is annoying, but it's okay because we're all annoying in our own special way. Okay, it's spicy. It says this is spicy, but there's no spice in here. There's no it's spicy, but there's no spice. It's like, kind of, dare to say, even sweet, and it reminds me exactly what you had in Macedonia. What a ripoff. If I had known, if I had seen this, I would have passed, but hey, somebody's making a speech over there. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's someone's making a speech. That's why there's so many police. Maybe it's gonna get a little crazy. I'm not the kind of guy who wants to stick his nose in things. Like, I'm not a journalist. I'm not pretending I'm a journalist. This has nothing to do with my area, but still, it's fascinating. But I'm gonna keep my nose clean, as I often do. I would much rather just keep myself clear of anything. I mean, what am I gonna do, right? I can't get involved. I'm not a citizen of this country. I'm a guest. So I want to play it safe, as I often do. And there you go. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go relax. For tonight, I gotta type up my notes. But tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the Ataturk Mausoleum, and I'm going to take some videos, and I'm going to observe the people, and I'm going to appreciate the architecture. Apparently, there's some Hittite architecture, and I want to study that carefully because there seems to be this effort to right. Do you hear that? I hope you hear that chanting. Um, personally, I don't like protests because you're a robot. The guy, the MC or whoever's in charge, says something and everybody repeats it like robots. So, I mean, that's just not. It was never for me. Even as an undergraduate with my little leftist leanings, I would prefer to write an article over a protest. I've never been to a protest. If I didn't like something, I would write about it, and of course, nobody would read it, and or no one. It would never get published. Man, if younger Hannah could see me now, I think he'd be happy. This is a little thought. That's a little personal stuff right there. Um, I'm very grateful for where I am. But anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to go to the mausoleum and I'm going to look at the Hittite architecture because the um, there's this big push to claim the Hittite civilization. It's as old as Abraham. Like, when people say Abraham was alive and walking the earth because he made a deal with the Hittites, I think, to buy the cave of Machpelah. Don't quote me on that, but it's in the book of Genesis, the Hittites. So I think it's a way to out the ancients, like ancient Greeks and other such ancient groups, like maybe the Israel, and the Egyptians. So I mean, whatever. It's all part of exceptionalism, um, which I certainly will incorporate into my book, along with some other few points that I've kind of really come to appreciate because you're here and you come to appreciate certain facts. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. Yeah, so tomorrow off to the mausoleum, and I'm going to take my time. There's a museum there too, so it's going to be fantastic, and I'm looking forward to it very much. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to take a trip to the Ministry of Agriculture, see if I can get an interview there, a little sit down. So, lots to think about, lots to do. But tomorrow is Mausoleum Day, so awesome. Thank you, and thank you.